articulation has to get out of our singing. Now, is it involved? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you can't, now, baritones, you know, you have to be careful. Watch that. The mentality of that is, well, she told us to do this. So now you think this went somewhere else. So I'm not telling you to hold your jaw in place. What I'm saying is, this unifies the approach. And when we sing with a smaller space in the front, bigger in the back, then we sing on this angle. In this barbershop harmony, I'm going to draw, I'm just such an artist. I mean, I'll tell you. And this is a little mold for menopause. Well, we've got to put some waves here. That's really bad. But when that is bad too. She looks scared. Okay. If we talk about teeth here, we want all of our sound starting at the beginning of the molars. I'm not going to say the back. The soft palate's back there. We want the soft palate lifted. But our singers tend to try to play sound under the soft palate. The soft palate's too far back. And then we get opera, and we get dark. So the soft palate is back, it's further back in the throat. We want our sound to start here. And in barbershop harmony, there's two resonators that we use predominantly. This is 3, this is 2, and this is 1. And in barbershop harmony, pop style is what we use for our harmony. We use the 2 and the 1 resonator combined. Nothing further back on purpose, ever. And so with that in mind, that also plays into that triangular feel. So when we get, let's play this game. Hello! 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 If you pitch your nose right now and you do what I'm asking you to do, we're placing the sound almost behind, the soft palate's lifted and it's a cultured sound and it's back further. It's back in here. I'm at least in the 2 zone with my soft palate lifted. Hello! Hello! Julia! Julia! Meow. Meow. You all work on this one. I want to be sure that you totally understand that I'm not doing this from here. Meow. I can do that from my throat, or I can do nee. I can be right up front. Meow. Meow. Nee. Nee. Hello! Hello! Nee. When I do the knee, I want you to, we're going to sing this. Nee. Now, you can lift your soft palate and do this. So I want you to lift your soft palate while you sing in front. It's 2 things together. You hear how that opened up on me? Yeah. So we want to be able to affect the tone, lift your soft palate, and do both things. Are you able to do it? Are some of you hearing? Then you're too far back. Too far back. We should make a difference. I'll do it for you. This is, if I cannot affect the tone, I'm singing too far back. That tells me I'm not using this resonator, right? I pinch my nose, nothing happens. Way too far back. Yeah. I could also do E, which is a very pressed phonation. And we don't want just the pressed one. We want both together. Soft palate up, juicing the dark one. Now, we're going to do this. And see if we can walk it to the front and then pinch your nose. Pinch your nose now and check when it starts to get into the front. Don't change the space. Good, check it. Can you affect the tone? And don't go any further than that. Just where it clicks. And after you practice it a while, you can actually feel that door click in there. It's amazing. It's like it goes, boom, door opens, and it comes out of the front. And when we intentionally sing on this angle, using this resonator as an exit point and this one for the velvet, we have the diamonds and the velvet together. That's our goal, with the warm air supporting us. That's where the ring comes from. Singing just here all by yourself, not so much. Singing back here is way too far, too cultured for a song, but that one is just right. Yeah. Yes, sure. Yeah, all of it. So we want to have this. Oh, think O in the back of your throat. Oh. Okay, go back to face now. I'm so used to it that if I start singing, my face is going to lift. It needs to be your new habit. You instantly unify when you put your instrument in place. Now, if she has to say face all the time, and she's tempted because it just makes me nuts, help her to not beg you to do that, because that's your instrument. Why would you choose to play it with two valves missing? It doesn't make sense. It's like taking the E off a typewriter and expecting to send a note to somebody. This is all part of it. Oh, ready on. Oh. Beautiful. Good. You guys on this side sing with your face down. You sing lifted. Oh. There's a deadness here. And if I paid dues and I'm an animated person doing it all right and I had to stand in a cluster of that, I'd be tempted to sing someplace else. I would go where people are doing it all the time. This is what happens. This is why choruses get smaller. People want to, that's what they want. Your best singers want that. And if you're going to move forward here, you're going to go after, you're going to do what's right for the best singers, for the people that can move fast. Because the rest of us will put on our little leg panties and we'll just run right after them. But if we teach to the people who don't want to do this or don't quite get it and don't move forward, you're going to lose your best singers. Every chorus does. You can't expect people to stay just for loyalty alone. They won't. There's a point. I'd say I'm 62. I want to go do that before I'm done singing. So come on. This is what I'm saying. And you're doing great with it now, but just know your responsibility to your membership and to you is to do that. This is not hard. No. Okay, now she's giving instruction. Got it. Pitch rolls. Oh, I mean, that's a habit. Be commanding every time something is about to come out of your face that is musical. Anytime. Okay, now, play with this again. Pencils back to it. How could you believe when I said, look, there's a lot going on, and it hits the pencil a lot, right? Lift your face, and
how could you believe when I said I love you when you know I've been a liar all my life?
I want to thank those of you who are physically involved. It's awesome. You need everybody to do that. Because when you just stand there, that is not performance. Ready? And
how can you believe me when I said I love you when you know I've been a liar all my life?
Even move some more. Move some more. Get involved. Get it. You got to throw yourself in. It's not dangerous. And
how can you believe me when I said I love you when you know I've been a liar all my life? How can you believe me when I said I love you when you know I've been a liar all my life? How can you believe me when I said I love you when you know I've been a liar all my life? How can you?
Now I want to hear the sections, but I'm going to demonstrate this process, and I know you've been through it fairly recently. And I want you to listen to me singing these word sets. You can sit down for a minute. And I'm going to do this at about mid-range. The idea is to do this in mid-range. It's comfortable where you spend the most of your time. And I'm going to sing these 3 word sets, and there's one word set in particular that just is easier for me to sing. It opens up, I'm not changing anything at all, and I want to see if you can identify it. Many, 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 ming, 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 ming. What a pity, what a pity, what, zoom, 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 zaw. It's 2. What a pity, what, many, many, what, zoom. Number 2 is my primary number. That is where I resonate. It's how I came out of the womb and I developed it. That's the truth. Because this is all about how each of us resonates. How do we resonate? Where are the spaces in our skulls that resonate? And I was an alto. And let's see if I can do this now at home. Many, many, many would be more where I would have sung, which is the middle of the head. So the two resonator people are right in here. One is here. 3 is here. So this is a 1 resonator, 2 resonator, and a 3. That's why there is a 1 in it, but it's not my dominant. So my number is a 21. Many, 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 what a pity, many. I have that element, but I've learned how to do it. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I like to find out what the dominant number is for each person. Some people will be just 1 number, some might be 2, some might be all 3. Here's the deal. And this whole riser setup is set up like a head. So the idea is, if this is, the people who resonate in the back of the head are people you hear clearly that sound, I call them the zoomers. But when they sing, zoom, zoom, without lowering the larynx or anything, they have a natural, open, wide, velvet tone. Those people hear the best in the back of the head of the chorus because that's where they resonate. People who sing here are much better to the front or the edges. And people who resonate like I do, I could be anywhere, but really not in the back row, ideally. Where you resonate, how you resonate, has to do with what you hear the best. Take people who resonate real bright in front, and you stick them in the back behind people who resonate in the back of the head. It irritates the living tar of the people that have to listen to the needle that made the blanket. And the people who resonate here don't hear as well back there, so they sing louder. Just sing louder, because they sing to hear themselves. They don't hear it that well, because they don't resonate back here, but they sing louder. So I'm going to resonate here. You can put me in the middle, you can put me in the front row, but not at the end. Okay. Now I'm going to ask her to do 2 things. I'm going to ask her to sing with the voice that we're familiar with, which is very good, by the way. The voice we're familiar with, and then I'm going to ask her to sing with the open back of the throat. But sing your default voice first. And we're going to take a breath between each of these. Here's the tempo. Take air where you need it. Eliminate 3. And hear this. And when she sang "What a Pity," it opened a little bit, didn't it? Just a little. Do it again, because we're going to get really good at this. You'll all understand why you stand where you stand. And so that's it. That's really a 1. So overall, pretty even right here. Many, many, what? It was pretty even, right? Now, so here's the singer that has this piece. Default, it's there. Don't have to change that. But what happens if we add more space in the back of the throat? Could we add another element to the voice? So now let's do that one. Yes. Many, 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 many. What a pity, what a pity, what. Zoom, 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 za. Did you hear something different? Yeah. It's very, yes, more resonant, more depth, more sound. Now, I didn't ask her to sing 3. That's unhealthy. Because for you, you'd have to lower your larynx for that to happen. So we don't want that. But but there are people who resonate there quite naturally. That's great. So, I would place you differently depending on what choice you make.
Well, I'm trying to catch it too.
Well, all you did is open space up, right? And you moved some hot air. Good, now say your default on that. Okay? So when she lifted open that space, this is what I'm talking to you guys about. When we're talking about moving air, it's like having a personal membership card. Because to me, that was adding another base. It added another person. So you don't need more people here. You need to each be better at what you do. I think so too. I think it's 2-1.
I think I was going to say 2-1.
Do that one. Yes. That's how I'm asking you to sing. So now you can't mess this up. You have to keep doing it. Because it helps your quartet too. So Michelle, you're a 2-1.
Okay.
And you're a 1 default if you go back to the other. I think this voice has all 3 elements.
Yeah.
And I think 2 is her main speaker. The question is she 2-1-3 or 2-3-1? Do that again. Really good. Yes, there, with this behind me.
What a pity, what a pity, what, zoom, zoom,
Wow.
zoom, zoom,
2-3-1? 2-1-3. 2-1-3. Excellent. Very good. 2-1-3. Are you a quartet singer?
I was.
213.
What a pity, what a pity, what, zoom, 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 saw.
I think so. 1. That's good. But where do you're kind of, where are you in the chorus? Oh! That's going to change. Good.
Just a 1.
Oh, it's not a just a 1.
The radio.
Do you know what the ones are? They are the diamonds.
What a pity, what a pity, what, zoom, 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 saw.
Yes. Bring me one.
She's a diamond.
You all knew that though, right?
Well, Ashley, let's hear the leads first. Me, just the leads.
What a pity, what, zoom, 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 zoom,
Now you can go up 1. Go up 1, Lucy. Good. And again, leads.
What a pity, what, zoom, 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 zoom,
Bases. Open up.
What a pity, what, zoom, 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 zoom,
Baritones. Baritones.
What a
Baritones
pity,
and
what a
leads.
pity, what, zoom, 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 zoom,
Okay, good. Now, pitch blows. What do? We hear the pitch, nod the pitch out, and then pitch, and ski again, right? Then release, and ski again. And every time that you're skiing, what's happening? Hot air is going out. The hotter, the better. This is when there is complete silence, there is an indication for pitch. Because the exercise of this is this. The pitch blows. You hear it. While you're exhaling air, the whole time you're hearing this pitch. You're not listening for it, you're hearing it. So when people are chattering and not paying attention, this takes away the science of why this works. Yes? So there's a lot of discipline to this. She just stands here and waits until you're ready. And it's going to be peer group and peer pressure that stops the talking. Ready? There. See what? Yeah, so it gave you time for a prep to set up for the ski motion. That's what we're after. Okay. pipe and get out of there and let them do their job, and then nod the pipe out, and then you can give them the same look you want them to give you. So strength for her is to step toward you as you step toward her. She skis to you, you ski to her. There we go. There we go. You guys blow it out. Come on. Nod the pitch out. Nod it out.
Now the time has come for you to say goodbye.
Check the heat.
Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
Air.
From glen to glen, down the mountainside, the summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you, must go, and I must Will you come back when summer's in the meadow? Or when the valleys
Are you moving hot air?
and white with snow? Remember, I'll be sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I never wanted you to go, and you must know I'll always love you till I die. Now goodbye, my Danny boy.
Yeah. Get used to it. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I want to show you something. Can you start going, Danny boy? Oh, Danny boy, right there. And just sing for me for a second.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside, the summer's gone and all the roses falling.
this is why when you can practice, but, oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy. See, I want to keep their attention in the same way you want the audience attention. So when we get into Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, and that's exactly how you're going to sing it because you are in a town.
Yeah, but I like how you make that sound.
They did. It was wonderful.
That was very easy. Easy to hear, easy to work with. Eventually it'll make me relax.
Oh, but it
When I
takes
make
a while.
It's very, I feel so disconnected. I guess I like dancing.
But I get it. And as a new director, part of it is, what do I have to do to get them to do that? When actually you need to go, what do we have to do to get her to stop doing it?
And you won't be so tired when you go home.
Your job is, the more connected you sing, the less she is trying to move something, do something, whatever.
I keep feeling like I'm losing you, so I do something to make you.
And guess what? Doesn't have any impact on them at all. Except they start and you start throwing muscle in the song.
Right, yeah.
Let's sing this. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, and this is what I want you to think about. I'm going to take simple things like this. Row, row, so
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, merrily,
this one you're
merrily.
doing this, so you sing stream and your mouth closes. What if you had that pencil in there? You'd have a lifted sound here. You'd sing gently down the stream. Because the pencil's in your way. Instead of stream, stream, stream. So if you had your pencil in your mouth and you sang that, try that. And that M lands in front of that pencil. So now we get stream. We are rolling. That's where it should be. Ready? And.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but
So now we take the training tool out, and it should feel the same way. Don't let the collapse happen now because you took the pencil out. All we sing is if you had a pencil, but
I love that. You can hear that?
yes.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Okay, stream and dream should rhyme.
I love that.
No. Not out here, not in the vocal production place. You had the pencil in the space of the first one and lost it on the second. That is the inconsistencies I'm talking about that you were talking about. Here's the thing. You could take that nursery rhyme. Mary had a little one. I don't care what you're saying. Take the pencil and practice it. You could stand in the shower and do that with a pencil. But you will get good at it when you do it. And it has to be the training tool you use at home. So when you come here and go, I think I've got this. Gently down the stream. I mean, Heather had this since last night. I mean, I was all over her. I was all over her last night. And it was hard, and she was very frustrated. You were.
Yeah.
Because I was saying to her, okay, between your kinesthetic, between what you're doing, all these things that you're trying to make it wonderful. We don't do these things on purpose badly, but it gets in the way of the fact that this is the bell on your horn, and it needs a supply of air, and it needs a consistent singing space. With this in it. And if you can stabilize those things so that this is free, open, vocal freedom is the only thing that's going to help you be really better. And once you get a handle on that, then you feel where you pinch on high notes or squat on low notes. Then we start to fix what we have to do in those areas of your voice. But your middle range needs to have that nice open freedom, and then we layer from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes? So what's different for you today so far? What's helping you? Hot air, pencil help.
Not over-articulating.
Well, now let me say this though. The whole idea of the pencil is to get articulation in there. Now if I sing, I never knew I could love anybody, honey, like I'm loving you. That's over-articulated, because I'm articulating with the jaw, so I think that's what you meant. But if we use the tongue, I never knew I could love anybody, honey, like I'm loving you, like I'm loving you. I'm throwing that all in there, but this is the stabilizer. I never knew I could love anybody. And what happens is the more excited we get and the more we try to convey emotion, the bigger the mouth gets for a lot of people. And the bigger the mouth, the slower the singing, the more out of sync we are. So that bell on your horn is the same size, the breath pressure, the bigger the intervals, the more air you need to feed. But when we say more air, we don't mean breath. We just mean support, support, support. That's what you want to get good at. I think I'm going to repeat what Tony DeRosa says. If air is not continuously moving out of your face, out of your body when you're singing, you're not singing correctly. Constant flow of air. If you run out, get some. Don't wait until you run out to get some. That's when all the sound behaves. So the pitch pipe people need to learn this too.
The nod.
And so,
I did recognize the noise.
you did not.
I did not.
And at first you're gonna find your head almost falling off until
Yeah.
like,
Oh!
because it's very subtle. You're all busy doing this, she just does boom.
Yeah.
And then that stops the pipe, you keep blowing out.
Yeah.
You are skiing up there. Yeah. That's it. Blow it out, blow it out. of this. Nobody knows what a red hot mom can do, 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 do. But da, 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 da. So we gotta get to the point where we could sing bigger circles. Nobody knows what a red hot mama can do, 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 do. Ba da da da. And we're singing, nobody knows what. Right? So we have these little circles going on, and we could just find a little pulse, and we need to pull that together. The more that you use the air that we talked about, underneath it, the more connected your singing will be. It all goes together. All right. So what I want to do now is start with basses. The rest of you can sort of grab a seat around here. In the bass section, I want to talk a little bit about how we sing this work. So, could somebody blow an F for me? Okay, so I know that the low F is low for me. I know that. And so when I'm at the top of my range here, I want to sing with my umbrella open, the sound, the dimension, and everything. It would be like this. Wrong. Wrong. So I want to be sure that we're trying to achieve the right things. This is not just for bass. Every voice part, when you get into your low range, we need clarity, and we still need space, but we need to shorten the back space when we sing into our lowest lows, or you sing with your larynx down. Can't help it. You're trying to lift the soft palate, and the brain says she wants more space, in a place where more space is not helpful. And so the brain sends a message to the larynx, and it says, oh, larynx, move out of the way and create more space, because that's what she wants. And when I do that, it moves the larynx down to create space, and it causes an issue. So listen to what happens. So my soft palate's up now, and I'm going to hold it there in the lowest part of my range. Which has no clarity whatsoever. It's dark, it's too far in the back of the throat. So as I get lower in my range, I'm going to let that soft palate relax a little bit. And that brings the sound to the front. I can sing a tune that way. This is out of tune. So that front of the face resonator is hugely important on lows. You will read in the book, we want more dimension, more whatever. We're not asking for space. We want the lows to resonate. They can only resonate if they're forward and tall, but not tall in the back, or you will swallow the tone. Now, so if you think about that, and I sing something like, somewhere over the rainbow. Soft palate's up for everything except this note. Way up high. So my contribution is going to be the volume that my instrument plays the low at. So if I have a bass behind me that can sing 2 notes lower than that, and she can haunt that note with more volume, go for it. I cannot fall into playing my instrument that way, or I'm done. So I have to know my instrument. It's not sick. I don't like that note. That's my contribution in the bass section. If I'm singing it, it's going to be about that volume. Girl behind me is doing. You have to make your instrument your business, as much as this is a cooperative effort. You need to know that. So when basses sing, I'll tell you, nobody knows what a red hot mama can. Let's look at those intervals now. Can we just take that right there? Nobody knows what a red hot
Nobody
Good.
knows.
Move hot air to it.
Nobody knows.
Then the next note is,
Nobody knows what.
all the same note, right? Stabilize this, sing it straight out the pipe.
Nobody knows what.
I'm gonna come back to your E.
Nobody knows.
That's what we're after, same place. Nothing should change. Do it again.
Nobody knows what.
Next note.
Red.
Now that note's not quite in tune. And this goes across the board for all of you. Let's take a look at that. Oh, we've got all kinds of diagrams. I'll do this here. Tuning. Tuning intervals. Any intervals that go north. Ascending intervals, right? Oh my gosh, Diane, should be a judge. Ascending notes. And these are big steps. Descending. Tiny, I'm going to say tiny steps. Now, I'm going to sing something for you. I'm going to sing do, re, do. And when I come back to the do that I sang to start, it's going to be slightly higher than the first note. Because I'm now going to do an ascending step, which is huge. It's like you go to the Capitol building and assume these huge steps are going up to the Washington Monument. They're huge, big steps. But coming back down, we exit the tour, and there's all tiny steps. Those are going to be the smaller steps. So when I sing do, do, re, do. So when I came back to do, that was higher than the first do. The re is higher because I'm going north, it's a bigger step. So do, do, re, do. We would sing do, do, re, do. That do is flat. Do, do, re, do. So the step coming back to that do is higher. This is what we call, for those of us that are new, Pythagorean tuning. And in this barbershop style, any acapella, this acapella singing really requires this. But in barbershop, it's the best. What are the steps? I'm going north, they're going to be bigger. Coming back down, whether it's a half or a big, big step, it's all shallower. So when the basses sing, pitch again.
Nobody knows what. Now we're on a big step. Red.
Right? Is that the note? Okay, sing it, sing it.
Nobody knows what.
Okay, now think about this.
Nobody knows what.
It's up here. So get off the R and just get up there now. Ready? And
Nobody knows what.
and that's shallow, isn't it? But if I go to that keyboard and play that, that note doesn't exist, what you need to do in this harmony. Now, I love it that everyone's saying tempered scale, but it doesn't offer the ring factor that the tuning that we need.
Nobody knows.
So what do we have? Full body, straight out, it's not too low for you. And then the red, we're going to set bigger step than you even think. Right again.
Nobody knows what.
Yes. See, that's in tune. Sing the default one. Don't overplay it, just sing the default one.
Nobody knows what.
And so what we have is a variance of what the heck are we singing? Somebody's on R, not quite pulling up. It's like a bird perching on a wire like this. Have you ever seen it? Short of one that's just been electrocuted. So they wouldn't be flapping wings and hanging on like this, and that's what happens if we don't take the big enough step. Anything think going north is going to be a huge step, bigger than you think, and coming south is going to be way tinier. North-south. Our chorus was having terrible trouble really tuning. We're always a half down. Pulled out the Christmas music. We're talking about the same things. 3 weeks in a row, completely stellarly in tune at the end, regardless of key changes or anything, just because of this. So it's basic, but it's a big deal. Now, I can also not tune if I sing, nobody knows what a red. I can't stress enough. In showmanship, we judge, people think choreography, we judge character assignment, we judge whether you're conveying the message of the song, and vocal skill. So when this is up, which just requires stamina and some consideration, this is going to help you do what I'm asking now. So let's blow that bridge again. Nobody knows. Now, as we go to the high note, not only is it higher basses, but I would love for you to add more dimension to it. Open your umbrella and let that be a glorious, big, full sound. And
Nobody knows what a red.
Yes. They're ready?
Nobody knows what a red hot mom can do. She'll do what no one can do. Believe it, give her a heart made of rock. She'll break it into.
But you can see that you want to be disciplined the way. Made of rock. Give her a heart made of rock. I mean, you have to have in your head where you're going before you get there. And I think we sing up tunes a lot of times going, oh, surprise, that's right. And then we say, I'll fix it next week. We get there, we don't. So this is what's going to make the difference for you. How many of those steps, you guys, listen to their pattern. Big steps going north, little steps going south. Let's do it again. Nobody knows. Ready, now.
Nobody knows what a red hot mom can do. She'll do what no one can do. Believe it, give her a heart made of rock. She'll break it into. Hey, mister, watch out, she'll get you too now.
So here's the song, and I said to Wendy, this is difficult. She says, oh, but they love it. You would really love it if you sang the intervals that were here. No, I don't say that to criticize you, but the intervals, these chromatic, cool chords cannot be thrown away and expect that you're going to crawl up into the 70s with all your score. You can't. So the challenge of it is you've got, hey, mister, watch out, we'll get you, I mean, we've got interval stuff going on that's hard. So those little chromatic half steps are bigger going north, right? So for a bass, right? So high, I mean, think of the big step here. These are all big steps. Sound of this when you really, what we do isn't just about singing, it's about learning how to sing better. And this, we're in tune, is going to be great. The leads have the posted note, and all the stuff that's moving around it with the right steps and distance will be really great. So, basically, I want you to sing this. Let's blow an E flat. And what I'd like you to do is this. Ning, 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 ning. Too low for me. But we're going to sing ning and get to the NGs as quickly as you can. So we do like this. Ning, right? Put a finger mustache here. You're all going to end up doing this. Now sing this first note ning and exhale massive quantity of heat on your finger on the NG. Ning, heat. Good. Now let the throat be open because you're up here high. And ning, heat. Okay, listen to mine. Ning. Over the NG with the tongue, but space between your molars. And ning. Good. Heat. What I hear is ning. Ning. Full body ning. And ning. Better. Good. Now the finger mustache is difference if I don't. Ning, ning, ning. That's massive heat coming out of my nose while I'm singing NG. Ready? And ning. Heat. Now they got it. There you go. Now we're going to do that whole scale. It's going to go ning, 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 ning. This is all working. And as we get lower, you're going to feel a little bit less heat because this is going to close up a bit. But the goal is that it goes straight to your nose. Ready? And ning. Heat up that finger. Ning. Good air. Ning. I am taller. Ning. 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 Now, don't worry about the volume, but the nose. Ning. NG. NG. Ning. NG. Ah. Now I want you on that note to sing. Ning. And just release the tongue to an E. Don't change anything else. Ready? And ning. E. Okay, so I can hear within the section, for some of you on low E flat, that is a really low note and you're trying to sing it too loud. When we try to sing it loud, it gets fuzzy. Now, if I were in your section, here's what I can contribute. That's all I can give you. That's it. So you can't do. Pitching it out. So the girl next to you that might be able to handle it, good for her. See what I'm saying? Your own instrument. It is almost where you speak. It's that small. Ready? And hot. Let go. Yeah, there's still a muddy one. I can get to the pitches. That's good. All I'm doing is releasing my tongue. Don't change anything else. And yeah, it's better. So something got cleared up here. So if I sing with Michelle, for instance, I can't sing that low note that loud. Come up here with us. Good. Now if I sing with her, think about how we could cooperate. We'll be pretty good together. And but I'm going to try to sing her volume now, okay? Here we go. Did we lose any clarity? Yes. We lost the clarity. So all we care about when we're low in the tone is that there's clarity, and the two of us together add more pop to that sound, even though I sang quieter. You with me on that? So let's do it again. Still having to do it again. Open your throat. This gets better. And if I try to match your volume. So I want you to trust that, because as bass singers, when you go into your lows, if you try to widen and make this too fat and too tall, you're going to be in trouble from one instrument to the next. You with me? So the information you have right here, it is low, is not bad, as long as you know what your instrument can handle. It's never dark. Now here's the thing. Do you know who Peggy Graham is?
Yeah.
I think the best bass ever in Sweet Adelines. Really awesome. She sings bass, and she practices her bass line an octave above what's written. Always. And then she sings the octave lower, but she wants the upper range to be a part of her sound. And then you have basses. Oh no, it's so high. Well, it is high. You don't open your throat, and you trust air moving and all that stuff. So if you sing, just see what happens to your basses for a second. Nobody knows what a red-hot ball is. Just sing them up. Nobody knows basses have it now. We're back to moving air, all of that stuff. Ready? And no. this open throat that needs to move this air. Because your brain is saying, I don't like that now. But if you move air to it, it'll be fine. Pink, white, flat tongue, let's go.
Nobody knows what a red hot moment can
Good. Now come back here. No, nobody. With the same feel.
Nobody knows what a red hot moment.
Yeah, but we gotta make that interval right. Nobody knows what. Big step. It's a big step, bigger than what's on the paper. And
Nobody knows what a red hot moment.
that was musical. Did you hear the difference in that? That was musical. Now we're gonna connect it.
Nobody knows what a red hot moment.
Ready? And then you have a rest, and then you come. You sing. You don't sing tunes, right? And then you're out. I don't see it on paper unless you change it.
No, we didn't.
Okay. All right. So basses. The higher you sing in your range, this is going to break every rule you've heard. Needs to be more open and more dimensional, which means that there's a lot more head tone mixed into your sound. But when you do, nobody knows what a red, it's way open and it's rich and it's your barber shopper voice without the vibrato. Sing this note, red. Yes, again.
It's nice and free.
So there's one voice.
Can't take the Billy girl out, so
You sing row.
roll.
Boy. Row. Root. Ho. Less direction. Ho. You see, you took the corners out. Red has a press to it. Red. And that's what should be up there. And so when we release that, then we're going to get the right tone. Now, basses are foundational. So whatever the basses do, no pressure basses. But what you do is, so O, open throat, some teeth in the O, and just move air. Every one of those notes, one is connected to the other. O, and Now listen to how I sang that for you. I did not sing the intervals. I didn't go, just connect them all. Slide. I mean, right up there. On skis. And. Yes! Now notice when they go up, you have, all of those are ascending, aren't they? On the piano there, that's the piano one. So we want that to flourish like we said to the basses. This is higher, we're going norther. We don't want to get skinnier, you're going to become more operatic. Does that make sense? Here we go, ladies. Listen to me. Full bodied sound. This sound, actually, put your hands right here, please. Soft knees. I would like all your sound to come right out of this pipe. And. You hear when inside of some of that I'm getting, that's a muscle. Take a big breath. And. Tell me the difference. Am I singing anywhere south of my throat? Anywhere? It's not even coming out here. Open throat. The other one's up here. There you go. This is it. And I'm going to tell you that if you're singing lead, You're singing lead either because harmony scared the living Jesus out of you, or you're singing lead because that's where you belong. But the most difficult part to sing well is the lead level. And the lead sometimes don't get the credit, but we kind of need the melody. And we need it with a very musical approach to it. So, oh, open throat. Right. Good. Close throat. Right. So can you feel the difference? Because some of us make the choice of closed throat. This is your homework, please. Open throat and singing all the time.
Give her a heart made of rock, she'll break it in two.
Now, one of you saying, made of rock. That voice was right. Made of rock, rock. So the break it in two is the sound of it breaking in two on CK.
Nobody knows what a red-hot mama can do. She'll do what no one can do. Give her a heart made of rock, she'll break it in two. And Mr. Watch Out, she'll get you too. Now there's no doubt that she's got a conscience and a mind. But when she goes stepping out, she leaves them both behind and
Really good.
Boy, it sounds great.
Nice job on the inside parts when the leads and baritones are up against each other and you get a chance to do that. Same quality.
And that takes care of the
Sure
connectivity.
does. That does, totally. So what has to happen for you then is you look at it and go, I like the shape of that ongoing sound. So don't let them get you into nobody knows what a red hot mama can do. Do, 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 do. Do. There's everything that comes from you is connected, and that's a little bit hard to do it. All right, here we go. All four parts. No, all four parts. In.
nobody knows what a red-hot mama can do. She'll do what no one can do. Give her a heart made of rock, she'll break it in two. And Mr. Watch Out, she'll get you too. Now there's no doubt that she's...
I am never coming back here unless you keep singing like that. I work with Merrimack, okay? I do. I work with Profile Chorus, and I'm telling you, that is as good as anything I've heard from Merrimack. So what you have to understand, though, is that you have to, this is what you personally can walk into this hall prepared to do. You can't walk in here Tuesday and say, well, Wendy, remind us. I'm throwing it on your section leaders. I told her, you need to go into a 20-minute, 30-minute breakout already. I don't care how busy you are with Christmas stuff. And your section leaders need to do the reminders with you. You come prepared with what you went home today and wrote down on your music. You go home and you write down what you remember today. Don't wait for reminders. Come to a chorus on Tuesday and you say, this is what I wrote down. Did I miss anything? Oh, that's right, I didn't have that. And you as a team in your sections need to be responsible for this. And then Wendy says, good, when you come out of the sections, then I'll have something to work with. Then I, in the meantime, have worked on what I'm going to do to help you. Which it can't be her and the section leaders, you guys can help with this. And you all are responsible because please come on Tuesday with your notes on your music. So that we get together, work as a team. I remember this. Oh, that. transition, changed name, you've done all of this stuff. It's time now. Who are we? You guys can figure that out. And I did suggest that we get some outside help with that, because our folks out there that do this very well and effectively. And your input is very, very important, because the chorus can't go forward until you decide all those things. Way worth it. That's how I would enter the new year if you can. And then we decided, well, that's our culture now. This is our new culture, our new culture. Yeah. You can't blend cultures very well. It's like taking kids from 3, 4 different families and how many sets of parents. And it isn't the Brady Bunch. Because when I look at the background of the course, which is many years of wonderfulness, retiring director, new director coming in, there's a lot of need here to just define your culture as you are today. And if you do that, then you can move forward, you'll fly. Otherwise, you kind of flounder with a little bit and got some old pieces from here and a piece over here, and then it lands on her to try to make everybody happy, somehow, musically, while all of you figure out who does it and what. And it's not unhealthy at all. I'm just saying that I know that you have a bright future when you finally determine what your new culture is. But about frustrations and things that we have as directors, when we find ourselves begging people to put a face on. Begging. And I always know there's trouble in my chorus when you go through valleys and stuff, but when you are, come on, you guys, come on. And pretty soon we begin to reprimand because we're frustrated that we're not getting the response. And then we wonder why people, I just asked for a face, I'm doing it. So when these things go on, that as a director, it gets very frustrating. Why are people making these choices? Why are those choices being made? Well, because I had a bad day. Well, you don't know what she went through. This music thing is a soul release. So you got to come in here and say, here's my instrument, and you know what, I listen to this every day on the way to work and back. I've got it. I have it nailed. I am bringing this in here. I sent an email to each individual person, but none of them knew I sent it to anyone else. I could only get away with it once. And I said, I haven't been here long, but I've noticed that you are a leader in the neighborhood, where you are. And would you please be responsible for the positivity in that area tonight? I sent it to everyone. And it was the most outstanding rehearsal. And it also proved a point. It's a mindset, what we bring in this house.
It's up here.
Because I'm just going to take that on. I'm responsible for the positivity in my session tonight. Yes. I'm not saying that you're having issues. I'm not saying that at all. I am just looking at her and seeing her work hard when you were doing the vocal prep. That's very insightful to me. That there's no face on until after that. And I'm trying to counsel her in every way. Don't accept that. And you need to warm up so that you're sounding like you are now when you start your rehearsal. Then begin with your chorus sound. And I mean, you're in trouble with me because you just demonstrated your skill set. So why would you choose anything else? And isn't it easier when everybody's playing? Everyone plays, and suddenly it's an easier task for all of us. So, I just want to encourage you to tap into what you know how to do and do it all the time. Do it at your very best level. It's invigorating. It's like exercise class and the endorphins get
next year, and then it's kind of same old, so how do we actually translate that into
Well,
action?
first of all, contests cannot be what defines you. It's a goal to go out and put your best out there, and your best may not have been that 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and it might have been. And if you're first place, it still doesn't define you. Now you have to stay caught up with yourself. Contest is just a great place to share what we do and to be evaluated on where we think we are. Now we're being evaluated on either a well-prepared performance or one that's full of nerves. I mean, so it's still that little moment of time. I just love it because as we work toward it, we get to learn more. We learn more. But goals like achievement in a contest they're measurable, but a little dangerous. So when you do your core values and you start defining who your chorus is and what your culture is, then it clearly lays out what type of behaviors are necessary in order to support what you come up with. And then we choose the behaviors, and that is what feeds what we do. So all of a sudden, somebody's coming to rehearsal 25 minutes late every week, just in time to get out of the vocal prep. And the core values said that we are a course that's going to be on time, and we da-da-da, and all of that's there. Now, there are sometimes people at the work late, even the chronic people, who simply don't ever get anywhere on time. They just don't. And so there's this woman that's coming in every week. This is where the management team, 2 of them, would sit down, not 1 but 2, somewhere else, and ask her what's going on in her life, because your behavior is not supporting the core values that we decided. We talk about quicker breaths. Instead of thinking about breathing, it's an air acquisition thing. So when you take phrases all the way out like we did, air just went in. So then we didn't have to talk about breathing fast, which is an issue. But the release of your phrases using all the air takes care of the breath. Yeah. When we start getting wordy when we're singing, now we're spending energy on singing words instead of moving the lyrics along and singing phrases. Singing phrases get to the end, the breaths go right in. I don't want you to think about breathing.